This guide has a companion document called Accessibility Guide Word Doc Example and is designed to be used in tandem with the document, which is purposefully unaccessibilized, as this guide walks us through the steps to accessibilize the Word doc. Then in part 2 of this video, you'll learn how to turn that accessible Word doc into an accessible PDF. Kate McDowell with the Yang-Tan Institute walks us through the steps.
Word Document Accessibility Demo. Step 1. Accessibilize in Word. Check that the font used is either Calibri, Arial, or Verdana, and the font color is high contrast. Black or blue are good standards. Then use the Microsoft Accessibility tool found in File. Check for issues. Check accessibility. For 508 compliance, you must fix all errors and check warnings. In the sample document, the only error is missing alt text. To fix missing alt text, click on the error to see which image is highlighted, then right-click on that image. Select Format Picture, and click the third symbol from the left to open the alt text drop-down box. Write the alt text in the description field. Remember to include context to convey meaning before the image, if there is any. Double check for any spelling errors. After checking the image with the alt text error, go through and check all other images and graphics in the document if there are any. In the sample document, the first warning is unclear hypertext. Click on the error to highlight which link is unclear. To edit the hyperlink, right-click on it. Think about the context of the document. If it will only live electronically, then you may be able to hyperlink text without including the full hyperlink name. You will also need to add a screen tip, which can be found in the right corner of the Edit Hyperlink box. The screen tip should be short and descriptive. For example, Job Accommodation Network Briefing. If the document will be printed out and you'd like to include the full address written out, be sure to include a screen tip.
On screen, Microsoft Word document. User is editing hyperlink and adds display text to appear on screen and updates web address.
The next warning is Objects Not in Line. Click the error to see which object it is related to. Layout options should pop up. Click on it and select In Line with Text. This will likely change the document's layout, but in order to be Section 508 compliant, all graphs must be in line. The last warnings are about repeated blank characters. Click on them to figure out where they are. In the sample document, the first repeated blank characters are between an answer and the following question. Delete the access spaces. To add back in a visual space between the two sections, select the last line of the bulleted list. Right-click and select Paragraph. Then increase the spacing either above or below the text as needed. The second repeated blank characters are on the bottom of the document. To create a third page with the disclaimer. After deleting the access spaces, select Insert at the top page and choose Page Break. Once all the errors and warnings in the accessibility checker have been addressed, it's time to use styles to format the document. Using consistent styles layout helps screen readers navigate the page more easily. To do this, go to the Home tab at the top of the page and use the pre-made styles. Select the title of the document, right-click on the title, Format in Styles, and select Update to match selection. Do this for the subtitle and the questions as well. Note that when you are using styles, the headers should be used in order. For example, do not use a header 2 if you have no header 1. For this document, the questions can be formatted as header 1, and the answers and disclaimer can be left as normal text.
On screen, scrolling through Microsoft Word document, is document headers are being formatted through the Styles menu.
Finally, check the bulleted list. The automatic bullets in Microsoft Word are in Wingdings font, which are not accessible to screen readers. Select the bulleted list. Right-click and select Bullets. From there, select Define New Bullet and then Symbol. Once in the symbol box, change the font to whatever font the document is in this case, Calibri, and locate the bullet character in General Punctuation. Be sure to check the Unicode name at the bottom left and make sure that it says bullet. There is also a black circle which is slightly larger and not 508 compliant. Click OK until all of the open boxes are closed.
Symbol menu is on screen as cursor scrolls through the symbol options and chooses Bullet.
The list has now been changed to a symbol JAWS and other screen readers will be able to read as bullets. Once done, go to File, Check for Issues, Accessibility Check, and make sure you've addressed all issues. You'll notice a warning, heading is too long. This is fine and will not affect 508 compliance or accessibility.
If you'd like to learn how to turn this accessible Word doc into an accessible PDF, click on Part 2 now.